Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. We are live right here at Richmond Raceway. The Heart to Heart Xfinity Series, 120 laps here, doing some short track racing. Man, I got to tell you what, as always, Kevin Zab in the booth, and happy to have you with me, brother. But sitting here watching these guys a little bit under qualifying and stuff, looks like they're going to be chasing their tail tonight. A lot of loose race cars coming out of turns 3 and 4.
It's a tricky old track. It's not built the right way. It's not shaped the right way. It's literally in the shape of a D, and what that means is it's going to get real tight, real sketchy off turn 2, and it's going to get real loose and real free off of turn 4. So this is not going to be about an all-out sprint to the finish. This is going to be who can kind of play the tortoise and the hare. Make sure you keep the tires under you because this track will chew them up.
Yeah, most definitely. That is that is definitely going to be a part of it. Um, Man, it's really fun to kind of sit up here in the booth and just watch these guys practice and just kind of turn on some music, watch these guys go around a little bit and practice and qualifying, because just seeing the characteristics of the car, man, it just makes me want to be out there. It's just such a fun place to race, and man, usually a lot of really exciting racing here tonight. So we're looking forward to it and see if we can take a look at who we got up front here. It looks to me, well, my grid is not showing up. Hold on a minute.
I have Jason Haney on the pole and Trevor Benz starting on the outside.
There we go. It was switching over and had a little glitch there.
And they were close for
Yeah,
that pole too.
real
13
close.
thousandths of a second.
Real close. Yeah, that is pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. And like we said, we're going to be doing 120 laps here tonight. And man, it's going to go by fast. I tell you that. We say that each and every week, and we're not saying it to be facetious. These races go by so fast. And man, there's not a whole lot of room to make mistakes here. There's just, and one thing that we were talking about a little bit before you came and joined the broadcast team here in Heart to Heart, Kevin, is when you have a mistake at a place like Bristol or even at a place like Richmond, you don't have a whole lot of time on pit road to fix your stuff because the lap times are so short. So, you know, there's guys that want to utilize that fast repair and to save it till the end, but man, you might not have an option like that at a place like this.
No, and it's going to be, you know, especially a place like this, it's so easy to get yourself into trouble in the first place. So, you know, again, don't worry about this 120 laps. We talk about how quick it is. That's not a case that you need to go out and win it on lap 1, though.
Right.
You know, you got to be there at the end of 120 in order to make that work. So
yeah, absolutely.
Keep your car under you. And it's hard to pass here too. It's really hard to pass. So you definitely don't want to put yourself in a spot where even if you go in and use your fast repair, it's a challenge to get back through. I mean, 14 cars is not nothing.
That is for sure, and I think you nailed it right there when you said it, man. It is really hard to pass here, and you've got to take the time to set up those passes, and patience is certainly something to keep an eye on here because, as we all know, short track racing, that patience can go out the window in a hurry.
Oh, and you can frustrate the heck out of somebody because it's so hard. We talk about it at some other tracks too, but you just can't open the wheel. This track is so narrow that when you're the car that's on the inside, you can't open up the wheel and you can't get that run. So you almost need to try to get the pass on the outside, but it's so hard to get the pass started on the outside that, you know, it's like, where do you even look? And
right.
Honestly, the best way it seems to be, kind of overshoot the entry to the corner, slow it up, get that straight run off. You really got to be thinking like a chess player. You're thinking about 3 moves ahead before you really start to set up that pass, because once you start to make the pass, you got to get it done now.
100%. We're getting ready to go green flag racing here at Richmond, guys. Man, I'm looking forward to this one. This was one I had circled. The green flag is out. Jason Haney in that number 9 machine is going to lead them on lap 1 here. Let's see what happens.
If he can clear Benz into the corner. It looks like he is going to clear Benz. That's going to be big coming off turn 2.
Yeah, real good move, man. And I tell you what, I just can't say enough how much that 14 car has turned things around here these last few weeks. He has just been absolutely showing up, and he has been really strong back-to-back weeks here. and didn't have the greatest start to the season, but man, that 14 car has turned it around.
Good looking car too. The
Oh,
Days
we
of
see
Thunder
somebody in the
car.
wall out here. We got,
do that.
looks like the 89 and the 2 already into some early contact here on lap 3. The 89 and the 2 are up into the fence. I didn't see exactly what
Good job
caused
by
it.
the rest of that field avoiding that, though. That could have been a lot bigger than it was.
Absolutely. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes. It looks like guy's slow. Definitely something going on with these two. Coming down pit road, maybe.
I think they're coming in here to get damage fixed, and it's such a difficult pit road. This is up there with Darlington and Dover on difficulty to make it into pit road. So
Oh, absolutely.
I don't mind that approach.
100%.
You're going a little conservative.
Yeah. No, not, yeah, that's bringing back some memories I'd care to not talk about on the air right now.
There's some of these pit roads are,
Oh, man.
you know, and I don't mind it because it adds a layer of skill to it. But
Oh, it's sure.
man, it's frustrating when you're the guy trying to get in there and get back out quickly.
Yeah, that's the absolute truth, man. It's probably one of the best runs I ever put together, and I just blew a race win and just completely botched coming into pit road, and yeah, that one hurt a little bit. A couple years later, I'm still whining about it, so here we are.
Well, that's, racers don't forget.
No, they don't.
Man, William Martin comes out of pit road right there in front of our leaders. You see, Trevor Benz had to kind of take evasive action there. See, Richmond is one of those tracks, kind of like Bristol. It's such a momentum track, and just getting into that rhythm of turning the laps. It's really hard when you're coming out of the pits like this to just kind of fall into line without, you got to get going. And this track being so short, it's like there's always more traffic coming up behind you, and you're trying not to be in the way. But at some point you got to get the thing running and get the treadmill working, because it's so hard to fall into a rhythm here if you can't get it running.
Yeah, absolutely. Rhythm racetrack, 100%. And man, the 33 is catching up to Jason. He's keeping easy for me to say, keeping his lap times very honest early on here.
He's making up a lot of time on corner exit, both ends of the track.
Big time.
See that big run there off turn 2 onto the backstretch. He's just running a totally different line. He kind of overshoots the corner there. I think he's trying to kind of, like we talked about earlier, he's trying to see, what's going to work. How am I going to be able to make this move quickly once I get there?
Yeah, it looks like he's already thinking ahead, and maybe not necessarily that last time by, but the previous laps he was certainly doing what you had brought up earlier, letting it overshoot just a little bit so he could straighten out that corner exit.
It's really helpful here. Turn 2 being so tight, if you can kind of late apex turn 2, make that a straighter exit off. You don't have to keep so much wheel in it. It keeps the car from getting bound up and spinning around on you. Kind of the same thing off 4. You don't want all that wheel in it, so you have to make it a late apex to the corner in order to overcome having too much wheel in it. And especially on older tires, these cars have a decent amount of power. It'll snap out from under you in a hurry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And looking right now, Bobby Lane Jr. is up a spot. The O2 machine holding on to the 4th position right now. Good showing by him so far. And I absolutely love the looks of this 95 machine. I just love that paint scheme. That is totally awesome. The Toyota iRacing paint scheme of Austin Longnecker rounding out your top 5 right now early on here at Richmond.
All right, looks like it's 4 or 5 different paint schemes out there all in one.
Yeah, it does. It looks like we're...
Haney's kind of leveled this out. I think Ben's kind of started to make a run, and I don't know if Haney was just holding a little back or if Ben's kind of burnt up his tires a little bit, making that charge up there, but it's really evened out right now.
Yeah, it has. And the one thing that I was noticing right there coming out of 1 and 2 is Bobby Lane really took a completely different line than the 14 did. And you know what? The 14 just counteracted. He said, hey, I saw what you did that time. And he just went up there and completely took his line away.
We talked about that earlier, that it pinching somebody down on the inside is you can stay out there on older tires and in a much slower pace and just hold somebody up and just terribly frustrate them.
Yeah.
Interested to see though long term this 02 running that high in the track. Historically, that's going to be really hard on the right front tire. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out for him long term.
Right. Well, we should find out here shortly, but you know what the cool part about it is this is Days of Thunder versus Days of Thunder right now, boys. This is pretty awesome.
Yes, it is.
I love it, man. Love it. See some.
These guys that's some aggressive driving by both of those guys. They might need to think about the long term on those tires. There's a move.
O2's got him. Oh boy, way up the racetrack. He ain't worried about no tires. We don't need those stinking things.
He will be here in a little bit.
It's good now until he starts cussing on the radio.
I mean, we're talking, we're almost at lap 20, and that's doesn't sound like a big number at a 3/4 mile track, but it's a lot of laps on these tires. This track is abrasive.
Oh, very much. Very much so. And we see Corey Crandall coming around Rusty. Corey Crandall, let's see, he's going to be up to P7 right now as he just went around the 5. Looks like Rusty's a little bit off the pace right now. He was right there in that mix, and I don't know, maybe he had a bad corner or something, but... Huh.
Tiger's hungry.
Yeah. You see Daniel Butler closing up on the 95. That's Austin Longenecker. Daniel Butler almost got one last week. He almost stole one last week, and certainly the fan favorite out there on YouTube land.
Curious to see how these guys are going to break up the fuel window. We talk about on fuel, you can almost make it. You can make it about 110 laps. So, you think you might want to pit about halfway, but I almost wonder if pitting twice and making up that time, I don't know if that'd work out or not, but like we talked about at some other tracks on here before earlier in the year, maybe you're one of these guys that's towards the back. Maybe you want to try something different. Just, see if you can put yourself off strategy and succeed that way.
Right. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, hey, as important as tire wear is here, it might not be a bad way to take it. See, we're going into some lap traffic here as we see Jason and Trevor going around the 56. Oh boy, 56 got up into the wall there.
You want to catch a guy.
2 got into the wall there. A lot going on in that camera shot.
It's a lot of action. That 02, he's still running that top side.
Yeah,
Bobby
he
Lane.
is, man. He's committed up there, isn't he?
Oh, big moment there for the 14. Scott Kaz coming off the corner. Looks like he about lost it.
Oh, that's where things get tight, man.
That's not. Oh man. That is not how you want to catch a car.
No, it is definitely not.
That's and it's. I think we saw Kelly Akron there really trying to do the right thing and stay out of the way, but we talk about it on here all the time. It's so hard to be the lapped car, to be the one that's in the slower position, because you don't want to be in the way, and it's hard to stay disciplined. And the best thing you can really do in that case is completely hold your line and don't make any moves at all. We see the 14 going to capitalize on that. Drives back underneath the 02, takes that spot back.
Yes, he did, and there's some good racing going on all the way back through here. The 18 and 95 duking it out there. They caught that lap car at a very inopportune time. But that certainly closed up the gap. You see that gap closed now.
Oh, yeah, they're pretty much there now.
That's crazy. Just one car slowed him down, that much. And the 18 is, he's caught him. Trying to get up there in that top 4.
Tell you what, these 2 Days of Thunder cars, they're not done. This is a hell of a show these two are putting on tonight.
It really is. They're not being easy on each other, that's for sure.
Woo, man, they both drove it in there super deep. This turn 1 too, it's super sketchy. You're trying to turn in there, and we talk about the track being, literally a D-shaped track. Look at all that wheel he had in there.
Man.
02, leaving black marks off of turn 2. 18, Daniel Butler's going to capitalize on this.
He's sitting here licking his chops.
It's such a, you're turning in here into turn 1, and it camera does not do it justice from outside the car, but you're trying to put the wheel into it and you're on the brakes, and the car is just so unsettled and unloaded that it's always sketchy getting in there. I don't think you ever feel comfortable turning into turn 1 at Richmond.
Oh gosh. Whew.
Ooh, man, don't.
14 cut him a break there.
Yeah, and he lifted, and that's going to cost him this spot from the 18 here. I think Butler's taking this right now.
Oh boy. Thought about using the bumper there a little bit.
Butler really needed to get clear there. That's going to hurt him.
I think he's fast enough. He's going to get both these guys.
Yeah, you got to take that spot, Butler. There you go. That's so hard to do, but you don't want to take too much and put yourself into the wall. But you really got to just kind of take the bull by the horns there and clear yourself up the corner. It's so important to be able to carry the car out to the wall.
These guys are keeping each other honest up here, man. That's 33 is not letting that 9 run away tonight, that's for sure. But the battle right here is right here. I mean, this is just a good battle.
Yeah,
18 is there.
I'm looking at Ben's too, and yeah, Butler's taking this. He's going to run away here. I bet he's going to ride off into the sunset.
Great job by that 18 so far. I mean, those two, like you said,
watching Ben's too, and he's kind of doing the same thing this 18's doing. He's just staying really disciplined to the bottom. And these tires are old at this point, 34 laps old. That's a lot of wear here at this track.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, you want to make the car go up higher on the track to do that. And it's so counterintuitive because you think, okay, the car doesn't turn, so in order to keep the speed up, I want to run higher. What you're doing when you're running that way is you're just killing the right front. You're taking a bad thing and making it worse.
Right.
The 33 and the 18 are doing great right now. It's staying on the bottom of the track and just slowing up the corner to keep it down there. Here we see the 33 making a move for the lead. I think he's going to have this here.
He is definitely there. Oh boy, Trevor Ben's going for the lead, lap 36.
Oh, and you see Haney just gives it to him there in turn 1.
He knew. He knew.
That's smart. That's smart by Haney. Just let him go. You're going to lose more time running side by side. There's no reason to do that. You got a 5.5 second lead. Settle into second here. Try and keep the tires under the car. Still got, even if we cut this thing in half, we're still barely over halfway through this run. So you still got to get 25 laps or so. Let's settle in. Let's keep the tires under it. Let's try to keep Trevor Benz in our windshield. Keep him right there in front of us.
100%. And look who joined the party here, 95. He's caught those Days of Thunder cars, and he's ready to play too, Kevin.
We got the Days of Thunder cars and then the Toyota right here.
Boy, those two guys are just together like a magnet. That's too funny.
Well, they belong together. That's what the documentary showed us, right?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
I think Longnecker's going to do the same thing Butler did. Uh-oh, there's going to be is that going to be our yellow?
It looks like it might be a 35 in the 2. Oh, and you hate to see that. It didn't throw a
Corey Crandall's car is torn up bad.
Caution
it's is be out. A manual caution there.
Very, very difficult.
I like that call. They're going to overthrow that high racing and throw a caution there.
And you hate to see that. We're going to rewind this a little bit and take a look. You hate to see that because, the 2 was already a lap down there.
He was
probably multiple laps down. So we'll take a look at what happened here. Give it a good, honest look. Hop back into the 213 replay booth and slow this puppy down. Oh, we see somebody up top
this
here.
Is setting up for failure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Oh, man.
Yeah, and you could see how, he had that slower car up top, and he just had so much wheel in it that just, again, just represents exactly what you're talking about, not being able to open that wheel on corner exit. And I think he was trying to avoid the car on the inside, and unfortunately lost it right in front of the 35.
Yeah, that is tough. That's a tough one to take if you're Corey Crandall.
Yeah, that really stinks, man.
I mean, and it's kind of Martin was boxed into a corner there too. That's just it's a bad circumstance.
Yeah, that's a pretty bum deal. Well, we're going to see what happens here. I'd have to imagine. Okay, I was going to say we're going to find the leaders. Pit lane should be a busy place.
You have to here. I mean, if nothing else, this is going to put you in the fuel window to make it to the end, and
yeah,
you definitely don't want to try to save a set of tires and then end up being the one guy who's got a pit here at the end.
Oh God, yeah, no, definitely not.
Plus, I think looking at some of the lap times here, these guys had fallen off quite a bit.
Sure. Absolutely, and we're going to have to take a look at how this thing recycles once they cross the start-finish line here, but it looks like the 5 of Rusty Robinson may have potentially taken 2 tires because he leapfrogged a bunch of people on pit road, according to my scoring. So we're going to see if that's the case. Okay, so it's showing him in P5, so maybe only it's like 2 spots.
Going back and watching his pit stop here on the other screen, and
maybe he didn't. Maybe he just had a
like,
good pit stop.
He's got 4 tires on there. I think he just did a little better job getting in and out of pit road.
All right. Well, good on him, man. That's hard to do. Good job by that 5 team. And well,
this pit road being it's curved at both ends, and that does create an opportunity depending on where your pit stall is too. You can kind of shorten up the actual length, the physical length that you have to travel on pit road. And sometimes you have a situation like that where it kind of inadvertently helps you out.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that, but it can definitely go the other way too. If you don't have a pit countdown, man, if your pit stall is on that curve, you don't see a whole lot.
It's tough to see, especially when you're coming down here with a load full of cars and trying to. You're seeing all these pit boxes, and which one's mine?
Yep, you see it in the rear view. Well,
that's never a good feeling.
No, definitely is not. But looks like so BJ Lane currently right now he should be getting a wave around here. It's going to put the lead back onto the 33 of Trevor Binns. Caution number 1. It's been a pretty good race so far. Those days of Thunder boys, they're separated for now, but they'll probably be back together before we know it.
They'll find each other.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Looks like the lights are off. Here we go.
Green flag.
Front row's an exact reversal of the initial start. What a restart there by Binns.
Man, yeah. Yeah, this ain't like what we saw last week at Talladega. That big launch right there is a good thing here at Richmond.
That's exactly what you want this week.
Exactly. Maybe not so much last week at Super Speedway. Side by side right here for the 3rd spot. Daniel Butler.
Did Scott Cass get the wall there?
It looked like he did touch the wall just a little bit. I think he sure did, but he must have stayed in it pretty good because he still got pretty good momentum.
Well, I think from watching Days of Thunder, that's one of the rules. You never lift, right?
Absolutely.
Didn't they say Rubbin's racing?
That includes the wall, right? Bon and Nestor, we see you out there. Appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week to support your drivers. Thank you, thank you. 07 to Greg Langford having a good run right now. 07 is in P7.
707, one digit away from a jackpot right there, isn't it? Oh, the 0-2.
Oh, no.
Big contact to the inside wall.
Oh, man.
Had a 6th place.
All right, folks. We're going to go back. We're going to check it out. Looks like all by itself.
I think this is what we talked about earlier. He was playing with fire on those old tires, running a little higher and keeping a lot of wheel in it on corner exit, and I think it finally caught him out. Older tires, it's a little easier to keep the car under you. You put newer tires on it, and it's already going to be a little freer by nature.
Oh, 100%.
I think we're going to see that thing jump out from under him here. Being all alone, that's kind of classic Richmond.
Yep.
And there it is, and it's gone, and there is no saving that.
Nope. Huge impact into this inside wall. Ouch. All right. Well, that is fast repair.
Take that fast repair.
Fast repair city right there. Unfortunate. Oh, it looks like it might have blown up too.
Yeah, I think he had to tow. That's really unfortunate because, we talk about even under caution, a lap time here is probably about a minute.
Right.
And so, you're probably going to have 2 or 3 minutes of towing. I mean, that's going to probably put him out of contention as far as any real shot goes here tonight.
Yeah, it's certainly looking that way unless we have a couple more cautions real quick. But, yeah, that one hurt. All right. Well, we're still under caution real quick. Let's pay some bills. We'll be right back. You won't miss a thing.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
For adventure, for climbing, for splashing, for premium, for capable. The GMC AT4 lineup, premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
All right. And as always, thank you to Alan Tillery. That's AlanTilleryAuto.com. Make sure to check them out. Caution number 2 right now here at Richmond. Hard impact into the outside wall by the 0-2 of Bobby Lane Jr. Looks like he did have to tow, so I think he is currently still sitting on pit road. Not what you want to see.
Down 3 laps right now. That's really unfortunate for him. Don't know that he had the speed to win tonight, but definitely looked like he could be in the top 5.
I was liking them guys running together too.
Yeah, that was a good show. They might still race around each other here a little bit. We'll still get to watch it. We'll just have to pretend they're on the lead lap race for position.
Yeah, exactly. All right, looks like this next time by, we're going to rack them up and try one more time. Trevor Benz leading the way. Jason Haney going to be on the outside front row. Once again.
See if Benz can get another one of those magical restarts. He just left the 9 and Jason Haney on that last one.
We are about to find out. All right, headed to the Geico restart zone, and there it is. Another great jump by that 33.
He might have got a better restart that time.
Yeah. He was ready. So was that 14?
Kind of
Look
like
at him.
that, man. Benz drove it off in there in turn 1. Kind of got a straight shot off the corner. I like what he did there. Haney's going to defend that 14, though.
Woo. He likes that outside wall, doesn't he?
Ooh.
That
I like that bumper, though.
Yeah, the 18 just about gave it to him.
Haney's not letting Benz drive away here. I think the 14 I got the wall. Every time he comes off 4, he's using all of the racetrack.
Yeah, he is, man. He is, and it looks like the 02 got that faster pair, and he's back out here on the racetrack. Unfortunately, going to be several laps down. Going to require some cautions to get back into contention, but a mellow yellow machine is back out there on the racetrack.
You see this track, you know, it kind of, it's hard to run here side by side, but it's also hard to run away from anybody here. Everybody's kind of sitting here right by each other, and I think as the race goes on, you know, some of these tires are gonna start to wear, and we're gonna see, like we saw last time, there's gonna be some guys that really kind of bide their time, keep the tires under them, see how they work out long term here.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, one of the guys that did it the best in that first run was that number 18 car. I mean, besides the top 2 guys, the 18 was really, really good at saving tires and had great long run speeds. We're going to have to see if he's not able to duplicate that now later on in this race as we're coming to lap 60, halfway through this thing already.
Yeah, and I think Butler might be, you know, he might just kind of do the same thing here this run, you know, pick up another spot or 2, get a caution towards the end. He could very well have a shot at winning this race at the end of the night.
Oh, absolutely could, yeah. And I mean, hey, it's early enough where if somebody catches you, heck, you know, maybe even think about letting them go just to stay on that same mindset and just be like, all right, buddy, I'll see you in about 15 laps.
Well, this is one of those tracks you can do that, and you know, like I said earlier, the last thing you ever want to do here is run side by side, and it's so hard to make yourself give up a spot. We're all competitive. We don't want to give up a spot, but sometimes it's, you know, you got to look at the battle versus the war, and you know, okay, you can have it now, but still almost 60 laps to go in this race tonight. If we don't get another caution here,
yeah,
that could definitely be a tire saving.
100%. Yeah, if this thing goes caution free, tires are gonna matter at the end of this thing. I can guarantee that.
Haney's kind of doing the exact same thing Benz did the last time. He's just staying right there, and really it looks like Haney's doing a better job this run of kind of keeping the car glued to the bottom and making sure he's not killing that right front tire. It's always easier though when you're the car that's the follower and not the leader.
Right.
When you're you got that rabbit out there to chase, and you can kind of see, here's what he's doing wrong. And if you're the guy in front, you're also looking in your mirror, and you don't want to underdrive the corner and end up getting yourself in a spot where you're going to get ran over. So you tend to almost overdrive the corner more when you are that lead car.
Right. Yeah. No, that totally. Oh, we got somebody up on the outside fence there.
That was a lap car, Ryan Peroni there. He's had an eventful night.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy staying out of the way at a place like this either, though. You know, it's
No, it's really difficult, and it's almost, it sounds counterintuitive, but I think the best way to stay out of the way is keep the car down to the inside, make them go around the outside of you.
Yeah.
Because then when they come off the corner, you're not ever going to be in a spot where, you know, it's kind of what led to that wreck with the 2 car
right
on the backstretch earlier. Whereas if you're on the bottom, yeah, you might put them in a slightly worse spot for one corner, but you don't risk ending the race. So it's, you know, it's just one of those things. It's kind of personal preference, but, you know, nothing wrong, nothing illegal with running that outside line. It's just, you know, sometimes there's a way that kind of makes it easier for both cars.
Absolutely understand that. We see Jason Haney right now chasing that number 33 for the lead. He's there. He's keeping him honest. That's been there all race long and putting on a good show. Not letting each other get away by any means. And you can hear that discipline, man, how much he is working to keep that car on the bottom, just like you said.
It's a lot of throttle and brake input both. And, you know, again, these cars have enough power. You can really kind of work that throttle a little bit. And how much throttle you give it, you could help rotate the car using the throttle. I like what Haney's doing here, though. He's staying ultra disciplined.
That he is. Definitely got a good battle up here.
50 laps to go already. We're clearing past halfway. Oh, 9 car drove in deep there, but I think he's kind of trying to set up the corner exit. I think he's trying stuff right now to get an idea what's going to give me that run down the straightaway, you know, and that way, once I see the 33 make a mistake, where do I need to put the car to capitalize on that?
Yeah, it looks like the 9 is really, really good at the entrance of 3, but it just can't quite get off of turn 4 as good as the 33 is right now.
Yeah, I think some of that's just the case of
being behind somebody,
talking
right?
about, well, and road racing too. It's kind of the same, you know. You don't want to just give up time on the entry, but if it comes down to entry versus exit, you know, the start-finish line's on a straightaway. So
right.
give up a little bit on the entry to make sure you can carry it through the exit of the corner. You see the 9, it's like he got there, and now he's slipping up a little bit, especially off of turn 4.
Yeah. Well, there's the 02. He's back up here behind the 14. And there he goes. The 9 car looking to the inside. Oh!
Oh! That was aggressive.
Dang. That was definitely aggressive. All right. I don't think the 33 liked that a whole lot.
I don't think he liked that at all.
Ooh, boy.
Let's see. I mean, does he use a little bumper here? Or? It's pretty early for that, but that was an aggressive move by the 9 car.
Man. I honestly did not expect that to happen this early. Oh, there we go. Catching a lapper.
We're catching a lap car on the exit of 2. That's just bad luck. I mean, it's not anyone's fault or anything. It's just that is the worst place to catch a track. Probably on the whole schedule is off of turn 2 at Richmond because it's already so tight.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
See the 33 really late apex here off the corner. Almost grabbed a little bit of the apron there to help rotate the car there on exit. I like that. He's going to have a big run here off 4. Let's see what he does with it.
Thinking right now he's wanting to get to that bumper.
Yeah, a little bit of bumper's fair play. You just don't want to overcook it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 9 car, it looked like had a little bit too much rear brake in it there. Kind of slipped up middle of the corner.
Oh, boy. That door is open.
Oh.
You let him know he was there, and hey, guess what? There's a last car right in front of you here. Yeah. That.
Well done.
Yep. Wow.
Look who's there, though.
Yeah, I know, right? The 14.
Scott Cass is saying, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You know, that opening stint of the race, these guys ran away and left. I mean, they were almost 6 seconds in front of the 14 car. And now he is right there under a blanket.
Yeah,
Daniel
yeah,
Butler's not far behind either.
Yeah, they're not running away from the field like they did. Curious to see how these guys are going to play. They kind of let each other know, all right, you know, I'm here. You push me out of the way. I kind of got you back a little bit. Not too aggressive, but at the end of this race, they both want to win it.
Well, it's like anything else, you know, that you kind of turn up the wick a little bit at a time, and eventually crosses the line. So hopefully we don't get to that point.
Speaking of turning up the wick, Rusty Robinson has really, he's turned it up. He's up 10 spots since the beginning of this thing, and there was a point in this race when I was like, okay, what happened to the 5? I don't know. He just maybe had a bad corner or what, but he just lost a huge amount of time, and he's worked his way back up here to the 4th spot right now.
Whatever he's done, he hasn't done it again, and it's working out well for him right now.
100%. Butler's trying to get it back.
These guys better get this figured out before the 95 passes them both.
See some Trevor Binns fan out there. We see you out there. Thank you for tuning in. So far,
It's a good night to be a Trevor Binns fan.
Yeah, so far he's doing exactly what he needs to do. Can't believe we're at lap 85 already, though. Holy cow!
These laps kind of fly by here at these short tracks, don't they?
Most definitely does. You look at it in like 120 laps, man. That looks like a lot of laps. It don't take very long when you're. Oh boy, we got some side-by-side stuff going on back here. Butler does not want that 5 to take over that spot. He's saying, no, I want P4 back.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, and here comes
I'm
the
telling you,
95.
these guys are going to open the door for the 95. Longnecker's going to end up in 4th place here before too long.
Yeah, it's just so hard to hold it down on that low line like that. You see that momentum just right around the 18.
I like what Longnecker did there, run it to the outside. And, you know, we talk about how much easier it is to complete the pass on the outside. He kind of had the door open to start the pass up there. And once you're there, I think he's done a better job keeping those tires under him. He's gone.
Yeah, that was a great pass right there. We see Jason Haney really closing up on the 33 that last time by. This battle is not over, folks. Oh, and you see the 5 slip way up there. Way up. Boy, he overdrove
95 really pinched the car there off the corner, trying to leave plenty of space. And I think if he'd have been a little more aggressive there, he probably would have cleared him and taken that spot off into turn 1.
Yeah, the 5 definitely missed his line there and opened that door right up, but see if 95 can make it stick. He's trying to. Ugh.
You just can't leave that much space off the corner. I know he's trying to be respectful here, but coming down to 30 laps to go to short track, you got to kind of take what you need.
There we go. Got it that time. Now we should be able to set sail. He's clearly faster than those 2 right there that he just passed. So
He is, and that's kind of where the urgency in my voice comes from is, you know, if you've saved your tires, what you don't want to do is put yourself in a spot where all that tire savings and all that advantage that you have, you're going to throw out the window by racing hard side by side. You need to kind of take it, move on, and you know, try to open up a gap behind you.
right. Oh boy. 33 got just a little bit loose coming off the corner there.
This may not end well. This may end well for Scott Kaz.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what a battle. The crossover.
Oh, and a big moment there by the 14 off turn 2.
Oh.
This is crazy. These guys there's a little bumper from the 9.
Oh, the 2 into the outside fence up there. Keep it up.
We're going
there.
to catch some more lap cars on the exit of turn 2.
We're going to catch them all. One lap.
Oh,
Oh my God.
If you're Haney, you got to get by the 56. Okay, there you go.
Whew.
I think the 56 lifted a little bit, kind of let him have that spot. You'd like to see that. You know, we talk about that. You know, it's a common point, but you know, on the message boards and everywhere else, you know, these lap cars, they're still here. You know, they've got their place on the track, and they're entitled to all the real estate, but really you don't want to see a race come down to the luck of the draw with lap cars.
Right.
So I like the respect there.
Man, that 33 just having trouble getting off
He's
turn 4 right now.
He is driving the wheels off of that car right now. You can tell these tires are not what they were when we restarted.
No, they are not. "25 laps to go, folks. We are getting down here. Whew. Getting toward the end of this thing. I have a feeling this show is not over yet."
I was just going to say, I know who did get the memo that we're coming down to 25 to go. These two drivers up here in the lead, they're racing like it.
Yes, they are.
Caution's out.
Oh, and we've got a caution
there
on the
we go.
racetrack.
This is going to change it.
It looks like Rusty Robinson involved. Oh, no, and Daniel Butler involved. Oh, man, we're going to take a look
Man.
back. Let's hop back into the replay.
Sounded like 56 may have been involved in this. Heard him come across the radio and apologize.
Oh, the lap car right there. Daniel Butler just...
That looks fairly innocent there. I don't know. See what happens here going off into turn 1.
I think it just killed the 18's momentum so much.
Oh, wow.
A little bit of a different angle on that here. 5 definitely came down, didn't he?
I mean, I get that you're trying to leave room to the lap car, but at some point you got a car inside of you too there. That's tough.
Terrible spot for Daniel Butler right there. The 5 definitely came down into him, and fingers crossed they can get back to pit road and not have to tow. I don't know what the chances of staying on the lead lap when you're turned around like that are, but
Looks like Butler has lost a lap.
that's what I figured was going to happen.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, he had to. Yeah, crap. I hate that. Having a great run. Come on, man. Well, I did not want to see that, honestly. I really wanted to see how this was going to play out on the
really shaping up nicely.
man. But, well, that's short track racing, I guess. Wrong
That's
spot
really
at the wrong
unfortunate
time.
for Butler.
Yeah, I hate it, man. Hate that. Well, gonna have a short sprint to the finish here. But we had about 20 to go. I'm not sure. Probably pretty
I think
close.
we're going to restart right about 17, 18 laps to go.
Right on. That was incredible balance for the balance, yeah. Battle for the lead up front, though. That was pretty awesome. Those guys are definitely going at it.
I think they're going to pick up right where they left off too. I don't think this is anywhere near done.
No. No, especially if there's some hurt feelings. This has got to carry over.
Oh, yeah. I just, and they're probably not in a bad place, but I don't think they're going to be cutting a lot of brakes either.
No, sir. Well. Looks like the 18 got all fixed up, used that fast repair, but I do believe he towed. And it's going to be, what, we're looking at 3 laps probably.
Yeah, he's 3 down right now.
Sucks. All right, boys. Well, we're going to re-rack them and try one more time. That 33 has been getting some great restarts on this launch here.
Interesting formation here by the 14. He's back up there. Okay. Let's see if Benz gets another one of these restarts. He's been on.
Ooh,
he does.
Pretty good, yeah.
He's been on point with these restarts tonight.
Yes, he has. Good restart by the 14, too. Oh, he got in there a little hot.
I don't think Crandall expected him to be running in the corner that high.
I don't think so. 14 just a little hot right there.
Yeah, but we've seen him running that higher line all race. I just don't think that Crandall had any expectation of him being up that high.
Yeah, no, that's a valid point, too.
See Haney, he's already taking time back out of this lead.
We got somebody, the 47 losing it. Scott Summerford into the inside wall. Hard impact. Oh, no. He is definitely broken. That left front is destroyed. Might be able to make it back to pit road. Looks like we're going to stay green.
Classic turn 2 at Richmond.
All right, yep. Oof.
It's unfortunate. He had a great run going. He was up there. He was gonna be contending for a top 5 tonight.
Yeah, 100%, man. All right, you weren't lying.
We've already seen things get a little hot here. Let's see if we turn the wick up another notch.
That's right, exactly where we left off.
We know what the aggression was with about 25 to 30 laps to go. Let's see what it's like coming down inside 15 laps to go.
Yeah.
I think it's going to get pretty wild.
I think you're right. These two are going at it. You know what, man? Go at it a little too hard. That Scott Cazendave's going to be sitting pretty in victory lane.
He is hoping for that.
He sure is.
You know, you want to go out there and just spank them on being the most dominant car, but I think if you can not be the most dominant car, having a solid third place run and the first two take each other out, that will count just fine for me.
100%, man.
There's Ben Summerford coming back out of the pits. 2 laps down. That's an unfortunate. Might still squeeze the top 10, though, I think. Both of these guys super disciplined, keeping that car on the bottom, keeping it rotating off turn 2. 33, yet again, he kind of takes that run off middle part of the corner, but then you see the 9 bring it back on the exit of turn 4.
Yeah, just so consistent.
9 car, that's an old Kyle Busch throwback.
It's really
like
cool.
Kyle Busch tonight.
I'm really liking this, though, because, I mean, nobody's just running away with this race. Like, those top 3 guys still have a chance to win this thing.
Tell you what, Corey Crandall back there in 4th place. That's a good recovery for him, too.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He was kind of wrong place, wrong time there. Got it fixed up.
He's turned that around.
Yes, he has.
9 laps to go.
I just literally took the words out of my mouth. I'm like, I can't believe it. Those 5 laps went by before I could blink.
Benz looks like he's kind of got this in control right now, but let's see how desperate the 9 car gets. I don't know, I don't know what's going through his head right now, but you'd think at some point he's going to try to do something crazy.
Yeah, you're going to have to send it pretty deep, I think.
He sent it there, and it
I was
worked
going
on
to
entry.
say, he is there, man.
And now he's there. He's going to look inside going into turn 3. See, I think if you can't clear him, Vince is going to have the upper hand here. Now what's going to happen in turn 1? This is incredible. They just can't quite shake each other.
See that 9 getting a little squirrely down there. Oh boy, here's the 14.
Oh, now we got a lap car coming up here. Let's see where they catch him.
Man. Yeah,
William
that
Martin gets way up
definitely.
and out of the way. Now we got another lap car, though.
Oh my gosh, that just killed
Oh,
the
wow.
33 right there. Nothing
Man, what
he
is it
could
with
do.
catching these lap cars off the exit of turn 2 tonight?
And yeah, that was really unfortunate for Trevor right there. I mean, that just killed his momentum. Oh. And I think that
All right,
gave.
now you got to not get concerned with this 14 car here. You got to eyes forward, 5 to go. You still got time to get back there.
Man. He's going to need to send it. Because that, man, I think that just gave not the
Crank
nine this
that rear
race.
brake bias up and
There you go.
Go after it. See at the back of the screen there, the 95 is all over the 35. I like what Benz is doing there, though. I don't know that the outside line's going to pay off, but he's trying something different, and it does make up quite a bit of ground here down the front stretch.
Yeah, he did. He got a real good run.
You know, we talk about that outside line will chew up the tires, but hell, there's 3 laps to go.
Yeah.
Chew up the tires.
Yep, we don't need those tires after 3 laps. Oh, he's there. This is going to be interesting.
2 more.
Oh, jeez. Oh, there he goes. Oh, and we've got a caution. Ooh, boy.
Do you take tires now or not?
Oh, boy,
It's going to
oh,
be sketchy
boy.
restarting on old tires, but man, I think you almost have to.
Man, DJ Lane, a lap down, was involved in that caution, or multiple laps down. I don't know how many, but that was definitely looked like maybe a battle between lap down cars. I'm not so sure. We're about to find out here. Oh, the 2 get to the outside
Martin
wall.
killed the wall there.
Yes,
Lane
he
had
did.
nowhere to go. Almost a repeat of what we saw earlier.
All right. Well, 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 folks. What are we going to do? This is the part where you just don't want to be the leader.
Yeah.
Because people are going to do exactly what you don't.
I'll tell you what, though, if I'm Rusty Robinson or Corey Crandall or even Longnecker, I'm staying out here. I think these top 3 have kind of shown definitively more speed.
Right.
So I guess I shouldn't say I stay. I'm going to do whatever they don't do.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If you're Rusty Robinson, the choice is easy because you're literally going to lose nothing. So you've got to come in unless everybody else comes in, then you stay out. This might get really wild here, though. I don't think we're done trading some paint here. We've seen that, when the 33 car is leading, he's gotten some really good restarts. We haven't really seen that the other way around on the 9 car, though.
Right.
This is the money restart, though. Let's see if he nails this one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. Man. Be a nail biter.
I wonder what's going through these guys' minds up here, getting ready. Thinking about every scenario.
I'm nervous for them. Oh, man. I love this stuff.
I don't think the 14's out of this yet either. I still say, especially now with this restart, with this urgency here, nerves are going to be high. You know, this could get wild, and he could sneak on through here.
Oh, heck yeah. It's going to be interesting. I mean, hey, I don't, 33 ain't out of it. He just needs to get a good restart, but it's going to be tough. We're going to see.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, here it goes. Who's it going to be?
Green flag, green flag.
Great restart from the 9.
Yeah, I kind of anticipated that was going to happen. Just a tough spot starting on that. Oh, the 14 got in there hot. Oh, boy.
Well, if they make it to the white flag, that's exactly what Haney wanted to see.
Yeah, those are not the two cars we thought were going to get together.
No, I think Haney's got this one in the bag, though.
Oh, man. He does. Gotta hate it, though, for those guys. I mean, heck, the 14,
that's a
great.
tough way to end after a very dominating night.
14 and the 33 both had.
Robinson loses it into turn 3.
Oh, what a move by Crandall. Holy crap. Jason Haney is going to take this victory. But what a finish right there. I mean, Corey Crandall in that 35.
Cranes a second out of it.
Sheesh. Watch the 35 here. And, I mean, you can just see the dejection on the 33 there. But watch the 35. Ooh, boy. Where do I go? Where do I go? Woof. Did his best to miss that one.
What an effort.
Yep.
Gets rewarded with the top 5, too.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, man. A lot of things that we're kind of didn't expect here tonight, man. Trevor Binns comes home with 3rd, Austin Longnecker 2nd, and just Jason Haney wins this one. Whew. All right, folks, give us a few minutes here. We're going to go grab some drivers. We'll be right back with you. All right, let's see if we can't grab our winner here first. Number 9, Jason Haney, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
What a battle that was up front, man, between you and Trevor. Tell us a little bit about this journey here at Richmond.
Man, what a great battle. What a great race. I mean, Trevor brought it all to and put it all out there tonight. Like, that was the most fun I've had racing, like side by side, the battle, the trying to keep with him keeping with me. Like, that was just the all around one of the best battles I've had in this league ever. It was just a heck of an event. I mean, he was racing hard. I was racing hard. We used we gave it our all, which was just awesome, just fun to be a part of.
Yeah, it was fun to broadcast. I tell you that much, man. That was an incredible battle. Coming out of here with easy for me to say, another win for the number 9 machine. Great job, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
I want to give a shout out to my family. I want to give a shout out to the boys, Alex and Christopher and Zoe, watching at home. And shout out to Heart to Heart team. I mean, this whole league, this whole team, everybody has made this just a blast to be able to do and have fun with these guys and get to do it week in, week out. Sad to see this season ending, in another week, but I'll be darn excited for what comes next. So just really, really grateful to be here.
Absolutely, brother. Well said, and another great race for you, my friend. We will talk to you, I'm sure, before this season is over.
All right, sounds good, guys.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right, let's see if we can get P2 here. Coming home in the second spot, Austin Longnecker in that number 95 machine. You got a copy?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, what a great race, man. That was quite the battle up front between Jason and Trevor all evening long, but you put yourself in contention when it mattered most and came home with a second place finish tonight here at Richmond. Tell us a little bit about that final restart.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what really happened down below me, but I wasn't too happy about being on the outside on the restart, so I was just kind of going to be happy with wherever I was at and just kind of stayed my line up there and came out of the corner doing pretty good. So
yeah, absolutely, man. Great job again. I mean, you got to put yourself in position, and you did exactly what you needed to do. And I made comment earlier, your paint scheme. I absolutely love that paint scheme. The car looks awesome on the broadcast, and a great P2 finish for that number 95 team. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
just my friends and family that watch, and yeah, that's about it. So just excited for Las Vegas. I like the 1.5 miles a lot better. So I kind of like to save some tires, and not too good at that on short tracks. And we kept getting some cautions, and didn't think I'd end up on front, but it's pretty cool.
Absolutely, man. Great run for that team, and good job behind the wheel, my friend. And we got one more to go. Hopefully we'll have you back up here in the booth before this season's over. Good job, bud.
Thanks.
All right. Well, it looks like Trevor Binns is not in the Discord right now for driver interviews, so we will respect that. I know it's got to be tough to be one of the dominant cars and not be able to come home with a good finish there. But man, that was quite the show. Those guys did a heck of a job up front all night long. It was a fun race to call with you, Kevin. Appreciate your time as always, my friend. And we got one more to go before this season's over.
Las Vegas.
That's right. We'll see you guys next time, next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. Until then, y'all have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday evening right here on the 2 and 3 Broadcast Network at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. See you guys.